Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Paul's DIY, and as you probably guessed by the thumbnail, in this video we're going to be customising an 18-inch Rogue One Star Wars Stormtrooper. So let's get to it. This is how the Stormtrooper came in the box, all nice and pristine, and we're going to customise it to the point where it looks like it's been through hell, been through battle, and come out the other side a bit worse for wear. So to create the battle damage effect, I used a windproof lighter and heated up random parts on the body to the point where the plastic became soft, and then I used my flat bladed screwdriver. I used a rounded handle end, as you can see there, to press gently into the plastic, and the round ended created a nice like a plasma blast effect. And as you can see here, I'm again heating up the midsection of the figure just to the point where it's soft, and then I will again use the rounded handle of the flat bladed screwdriver to press in to create a blast effect. So here I'm using the actual flat bladed parts of the screwdriver to score into the soft plastic that's been heated up with the windproof lighter, just to give it that battle damage effect. And there's, like I said, there's no order or to doing this, so it's very random. Just score into it like I'm doing here. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, the less perfect it is, the more random it is, the better it looks. Now you can see I'm using the lighter to heat up his left arm, and I'm using the flat bladed part of the screwdriver just to score in some scratches in his armour. And again heating up the arm, and I'm going to be using the actual rounded edge of the screwdriver, as you can see, to create the score line in his left arm. And again I'm doing the same effects on his left chest plate, and again, like I said, there's no order to this. Do it as random as you want, and just hold the screwdriver in just until the plastic cools, and then pull it out, and there you go. So as you can see on the top of his helmet there, I think the plastic it's a different kind of plastic than to the rest of the body, and when I set the light on that, it just scorched it straight away. But I absolutely love the effect that came out. It looks like the blast has hit his helmet and just exploded onto his helmet and left that burn mark. As you can see here, again, just using the flat bladed screwdriver to score more scar marks into his armour. So here you'll see a score mark on his left eye, just above his left eye. I originally did this with a knife and I didn't like the way it came out, so I'm just reheating it up here, and I'm going to go down with the flat bladed screwdriver, as you can see, just to score the marking a bit more. As you can see here, I'm just creating more battle damage on his legs, and as I was doing this I realised that the plastic the figure is made out of, it's made out of different types of plastic. As I mentioned before, the helmet just scorched straight away. His upper body and his upper thighs, as you can see here, just melted slightly, and made the indent with the flat bladed screwdriver handle. And then on his lower leg, when I set the lighter onto that, it pretty much just disintegrated the leg and caved in on itself, but the effect was still really good, especially after I painted it, which you'll see next. So this is the leg I was on about. As you'll see, as soon as I set it on fire, well, not on fire, as soon as I heat it up, it just pretty much dissolves and burns and caves in on itself. And it is, I'm pushing it in, and it just leaves a massive crater in his left leg. So that's all the battle damage done, and if you are going to attempt this, first of all, please be careful with the lighter and make sure you don't burn yourself. But if you get to this point, you could possibly stop here. The battle damage does look really good. Possibly add a bit of paint, black paint, into the burn marks, and yeah, the figure will look good. But we're going to continue on with paint to make it look even more like he's been through the wars. So there's already water in the pot, and now I'm going to add some black acrylic paint, followed by some brown acrylic paint. And there's no real measurements, just put what you think in and then mix it all together. And then using a sponge or a brush, just paste it straight onto the figure. I'm starting with the back, and just paint it on, and then using some either a rag, or I'm going to be using some toilet roll or toilet tissue, and just dab it off. Again, there's no order in doing this, be very random, be as random as you want, and you're just creating weathered dirt, he's been in the trenches type look. Again, moving down his body, down in the back of his legs, just slopping it on, just randomly, and then dabbing it off with paste. And as you can see with the top leg there, the brown paint comes through and it creates like a smeared blood effect. And again, be as messy as you like. The only thing I will mention is when you're doing the back and then you turn over to the front, you will get runs down the side of the figure, so just make sure that you dab them off before they dry, otherwise you'll end up with run marks down the sides of the body and the sides of the helmet. So here I've got some brown and black paint that I've mixed together, and then in a separate pot I have some red paint that I'm going to be using for the blood. And what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be using a paintbrush to dab in and around the blast mark with the brown paint, as you can see here. Again, no order to it, just get it in there, and then I'll take a separate paintbrush with a bit of red, as you can see there, get it into the middle, and then using a bit of tissue paper, a bit of toilet tissue, just dab it in and around, smear it out, there you go. And again, no order, have fun with it, take your time, no rush, and just repeat the process for all the different blast marks. I won't talk through this bit, I'll just let you watch, see how I did it, and enjoy. So here I'm using a match just to singe the edges of his armour. The reason I'm using the match and not the fireproof lighter is because that will just melt it straight away, whereas with a match you actually get a burn mark. It just puts a black burn mark onto the figure itself, and it just creates that burnt, worn battle effect. Here I'm just adding some final blood effects to his chest plate, and just to make it look like it's been scorched and there's blood marks, blood splatters on his chest plate. Well, that's the figure almost done, and as I mentioned, you can do as much battle damage or as less battle damage. There's no real set amount to do. I made mine look like he'd been through hell and back, and now he's ready for the final reveal. So thanks for watching, guys. This guy looks absolutely fantastic. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask, leave a comment below. Please like and subscribe. We're at 349 subscribers, on our way to 400. There will be another giveaway at 400 subscribers. So yeah, please like and share and subscribe. And I shall see you for the next video. And so will he. Cheers.